Hello everyone, my name is George, and today I would like to share with you information about how to work with our classic system and 120 volts mechanical draper system. Here's the motor 101 4045, and this one is not electronic limit, this is all mechanical limit. Limit assembly, limit settings are in the separate video. I'm gonna only demonstrate to you how to work with this track and how to program to the remote controls. The track is way too short and I don't have also special testing cable. The only thing I have is RF module, and I strongly recommend for setting up the limit to use our test cable, which has special switch on the cord that you can quickly turn off and on the motor in each direction. We have this cable available, and every installer who's going to be working on this track, it should have it in the stock. So let's talk about this track. First of all, we have two types of bracket, wall mount bracket. Dual bracket, like this one. This is a dual bracket wall mount. And we have the distance here set for 4 inches. We recommend do it no less than 3.5, as 4 inches is probably enough. Because if you put two close tractor together, the over drapery will pull the shears with them, and it's not going to look very pretty. So this is why we have this much apart. It's 4 inches. If you can do it more, then it's fine too. This is the dual bracket, and we have single. Also, let me show you that you can extend this from the wall. See, as far as you can go on this bracket, it goes pretty far. And if you needed to bypass, for example, the window cell that sticks out and you want to go with the dripper all the way to the floor and it's not kind of interfering with the window cell. And here is the single wall mount bracket, also adjustable. See how far you want to go. And those clips are the same one that we're using for ceiling mount. This is ceiling mount. As you can see, we have screw. Of course, this is just for demonstration. You can use any kind of screw. It could be for the metal, could be for the wood, and self-tapping if it's necessary, if it's going to the metal. But what we have here, we have a neoprene rubber washer. This washer is specifically for tracks mounted into the metal, like a sheeting, and to eliminate vibration and noise. If you're mounting directly into the sheet track or wood, you probably don't have to use this. You can use this big washer, the cam, and the little washer, and then it will go the screw. When you tighten those brackets, don't tie them so you cannot turn this. Make sure to tie them and back up about quarter of the turn so you can easily turn this, because that's going to be necessary to lock in place into this extrusion. Let me demonstrate for you. This one's a little tight. Yeah, this one is okay. So, see, if I put this in here, like so, okay. Let me see so you can see it. Okay. Then you want it to be able to lock this. I don't know if I can do this by in this position. Maybe. Oh. Almost. I'm gonna need something to force it. Yeah, it's closing, as you can see. Oh yeah, yeah. Oh, yeah. This is peculiar position, and of course, maybe you can see it. See, you can push it all the way in, and the track is mounted into the wall mount bracket. I would not recommend to push it all the way in first until you finally set up the track before you push it all the way lock in place. Let me unlock this. Yeah. Oh wow, it is hard. I don't have any screwdriver with me here. Let's see. Yeah, let me do this. Okay, I got it off. All right. So you know what I'm talking about. How to insert this type of brackets are very nice because they're non-visible. Once it's locked, the only thing you see is just a little lip. This is the ceiling clips, so that's when you lock it, that's how it's going to be, only this much. You see? Oh, this was the perfect to demonstrate. All right, so this track is center open. And I wanted to show you something because every time we receive the order and we're shipping the order, we test the track with the motor and we set the limit for you. And many times people don't pay attention. On the track, there are dots, blue, red, and here, blue and red here. The reason why we're putting this, because when we set the limits, this is the indicator where the limits are located. When the track is shipped, the master can move in any position. So when you unpack the track and ready to be installed, to avoid resetting the limit, the mechanical limit on the motor, that's why you have to use those dots. And how do you do that? You basically move this. You see this here is the blue and red. So you move this to the blue right here dot. Line up with the blue. Okay, now we are ready. Of course, the track's going to be already on the wall or at the ceiling. Now you're going to take the motor. Here's the motor. Remember, this is 120 volts, and you're gonna look for the blue and blue to line up here. So let me do this. Yes, and I'm gonna turn to the left towards the red one. You can see here's the little red one, and this one's gonna move to the red. Okay, like so. All right, well, I have this track on the table, not at the ceiling, so it's not gonna fall, but if you have it in the ceiling, then you have to lock this in place. And here's the little lock right here. So make sure you push this all the way in until it clicks. If you push this partially, this lock over time in a week or two will loosen up and the motor will fall off the track. So try not to do that. Make sure lock all the way down until the little click, it latches into place. So now the motor is installed. The track, the system you cannot move. This is not a two-mode reaper. And we have control MMC up front of me. This is external radio control. So here's the power cable and here's the motor cable. Here you have a cable that's for dry contact or low voltage interface. And here you have a little window. Okay. Here's the antenna. Please don't cut this off. It has to stay out. And here you can see a little dip switches. Those dip switches are in case if you need to change direction of the motor, and so corresponding to the remote control for open and close. So let's plug this in. Okay, I'm going to plug it in to the power, and I'm going to plug it into the motor right here, and you have a little clip to close it. The moment you plug it in, this motor into the power, you have 2 minutes to pair a remote. So I took this one channel remote, and I'm going to press open and close simultaneously until the motor will jog. So let's see what's gonna happen. It's blinking slowly. As you can see, the motor jogged. So we already pair, and because we follow those dots on the track, all the limits should be set. So let's see it. Let's do close. No, okay. Open. Yeah, let's close. Okay. So now we have to switch the direction, because when I press the close, it's in full open. So we go into the little dip switch number 3, and we're gonna press it down. You see, that's the dip switch number 3. So we match the direction, and let's see what's gonna happen now. I'm gonna press close again. It's running close. Stop at the middle, and then when I press open, okay, it's a because the sequential, because kind of if you run close, so you can stop at any place, and once you press the stop, you can continue to close, stop again, open, stop, and open. Yeah. All right, and open. All right, that's it. So this is how you pair the remote control. Remember, the switches, the limit switches, has to be adjusted manually. We adjust it for you, so you don't have to do them unless you changing the thickness of the stock, draper stock, and you need to change the stopping point. But we have this separate video for that. In case if you needed to, let's say, switch it to another channel or unpair from this, the best way is to unplug it after 2 minutes. This will not operate, so unplug this from the outlet like this. Wait about 5 to 10 seconds. Okay. All right. And plug it back in. And we're going to press stop and close. That will eliminate this pairing. So slow blinking. You can hear the clicking of this relay and also motor jog. No longer is working. All right. But because it's waiting 2 minutes, and if you wanted to, we eliminate from this remote, but we can pair, let's say, wireless wall switch. Here we have 5-channel wireless wall switch. We can select any channel. Let's select channel 1. And if we press open and close simultaneously, the motor should pair because within 2 minutes. All right, and let's see. Open. Okay, and close. And close. Yeah, it works. And open. Yeah. So just that's how you do it, and you can keep adding remote control. If you wanted to add remote control, you don't actually have to unplug this once you have one of this paired. You can press stop button and hold until motor jogs. Let's see it. I'm holding stop button. Yeah, the motor jogs. I'm taking that 15-channel remote control, selecting the channel that you want it to be on. Let's see, we're gonna select channel 2, press open and close or up and down here on this remote simultaneously until motor jogs. See, motor jogs, and we're good to go. Yep, yeah, okay, yeah, yeah, and open, yeah. And you can do this with another remote control. If you wanted to add 6-channel remote control, then you can take any of the pre-programmed remotes, and we have 5-channel wall switch. Okay, stop. And let's do stop button until motor jogs. Okay. And we can pair to any channel that we want it to be on. I'm gonna select channel 1, press open and close simultaneously, slow blinking, and the motor is paired. So remember, this particular receiver, it will wait 2 minutes, and you can within 2 minutes pair many motors or group of motors. So in order to avoid cross programming of different motors, if you have more than one, remember, best way is to unplug it or wait 2 minutes until this motor will exit from the pairing mode, this receiver. I think we cover everything about this motor and the remote controls. So thank you very much for watching, and see you on the next video. Thank you. Bye-bye.